Hi, this is Anthony back here in the Urban Garden, and it is mid August. And I wanted to show or give you a status on how well the garden is doing this summer. It's doing fairly well. I started working in the garden in mid May. Here in Chicago, we have a very short growing season or gardening season. It runs from mid-May until probably mid to late October, depending on the earliest frost. But let me show you the garden. It's not a very wide garden, but it's pretty long. It's about 100 feet long. So it's from the front entrance door to the entry gate by the street. It's about 4 to 5 feet wide. And I have a culmination of items or plants growing in this small space. So you can grow a lot in a small space. You don't need an acre of land to have a decent garden. And you can plant just about what you want. It just takes a little time, a little work, a little effort. What I did when I started in the spring, I amended the soil. I bought about 20 bags of special garden soil that contains the wooden chips. And then I also bought a mineral called azomite. I blended the soil and the azomite in together. And over the summer, I've also used some over-the-counter fertilizer such as Miracle-Gro. And as you can see, I think it's been a success. Here, I want to show you the purple hull peas. The purple hull peas are related to the Crowder pea and the black-eyed pea. I have them here and along the fence. So let's get back to the purple hulls. These are ready to be picked. And I have them, like I said, along the fence. I also have the green snap bean growing along the fence. Here's the baby purple hull pea. They start out green, and then as they mature, they turn purple. And as you can see, I have them here blooming and also maturing. Also, I've got the morning glories here. They look very similar to the pea vine, but they're a little thicker. And I'll show you a flower from the morning glory. Let's see here. That's a flower from the morning glory. Now, as we walk along here, I have a batch of collards. I have collards throughout the garden, actually. I have them in this spot and all over. But I wanted to go back here and show you the turnips. The turnips have not been doing too well. They haven't done well this year. They did well last year, but not so much this year. More morning glories. Peas. Now, here in this spot, I had mustard greens, and during the early part of the spring and summer, they did very well. And then they got attacked by the white powder mildew pathogen, which killed the leaves. So I pulled them up last Sunday and planted a new batch of mustards, and they're up, and it looks like they're doing pretty well. Looks like it's starting to rain out here. I've got some grapes here. The grapes are really growing. There's no fruit, so I'm hoping by next year I'll have actual bunches of grapes on the foliage. More peas. As you can see, they run along the stakes and the fence. My cabbages, they're trotting along here. They're being attacked by whatever. I'm not sure exactly what. I sprayed them last week, but I see they're still being attacked, as you can see here. And then I have the cherry tomatoes. The cherry tomatoes have done very, very well. They have outperformed everything out in this garden. I've even given some away. I've also cut back or cropped back some of the leaves so all the energy can be focused on the actual tomatoes. And then nestled here is okra. I even have a bud growing here. So I'm hoping I get more buds and blossoms before October, because the okra plant is a very sensitive plant. It's a tropical plant, and they're very sensitive to cold weather. A couple years ago, I had okra, and we had an early frost in September, and the frost killed all my okra. So I'm hoping that I get some okra before that happens. Hopefully we'll have a very late frost. And here I have several variety of peppers, hot and bell. And I have one here. This is called the Mad Hatter. It's supposed to be hot, but I've noticed they've altered many of the peppers so that they're not hot. I like hot pepper, so I'm hoping that this pepper is hot. Here I have my purple basil along with the green basil. I prefer the purple because it's more savory. It has a great smell to it. I've given a lot of this away. And I have more peppers here. And another batch of collards. And then I have my corn. The corn is not doing too bad. Doing pretty good. I even have an ear of corn beginning to grow here. Hopefully, I'll get more ears of corn before the end of the season. Got more greens. Here I got an eggplant. I've already harvested an actual eggplant from the bush. I also cropped the leaves so the energy can be focused on the actual vegetable that's growing. I have several blossoms. More peppers. And the peas along the fence. And here I've got some lettuce. This is the first time I've had success with the lettuce. And then I planted some turnips. As I said earlier, the turnips have not really done well, so I planted more. Green beans. I actually have some green beans on the vine. Some more blossoms for the green beans. And then I got a little tomato plant trying to survive in the jungle here. I got more okra here. And I got more peas, and this is my masterpiece that I created to have the peas to just rope around and stay within a confined space. Let me just back out. And these are my 4 o'clocks. They open at 4 o'clock every afternoon. And this is a dinosaur. This is a collard green. This collard green actually survived the winter of 2019 here in Chicago. Got more corn here. Now the squash didn't do too well. I got one squash off the plant, and then they started rotting. I think it was infected by that white mildew, mold or disease or whatever that actually killed the leaves and also kills the entire plant. But I planted more here, so we'll see how that does. And then I got the peas and the planters along the fence. So here's a look at the garden. Not much space. In an urban area. So it just goes to show you can grow a lot in a small spot. It just takes a little effort, a little work, and a little commitment.